Hey guys, welcome today to another episode. Now, this is not a normal episode. This is not like a happy episode. I mean, it's not none of that. This is gonna be really emotional video for me. I wanted to make this video in 2017, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I couldn't, and I I've been and I don't know when I'm uploading this. Like, this is just saying this right now. I've been for about a couple months just getting all the photos I can find so I can put in the video. But as you probably see in this the screen right now, that this video is about this dog named Maleah. That's my dog. Used to be. And yeah. I know this is an episode that I didn't necessarily have to make. However. I just wanted people to know, like once like I die or something like that, that how I felt of her and and just maybe people realize how amazing dog she was. I don't know. I just wanted to. So yeah. This is gonna be a very emotional video for me, and yeah, this is alright. This is gonna be painful to say, but yeah, let's get in the video. So, I got her, Maleah was born in, September 28th, 2008, but I never got her until March 26th, 2009, when I was at a vet, and then, these people brought in this white boxer dog, and then they're like, they're gonna just put her to sleep because they didn't want her. They didn't want her. They legit did not want her because she was white. Yeah. I was like, well, that's pretty rude. But then they ask, do you want her? And then because and I'm like, okay, sure, sure. Why not? So, uh, we took her home, and so we and what's gonna say like usually like whenever you first get a new dog or something like that or any dog like usually when on the call they usually like pesto around and stuff like that. Um, no, she never did that. She literally just lay down and went to sleep, and it was like so it's like oh that's so and that was like a really big deal for me because like usually dogs would just like go everywhere and you know what she's still the only dog that I know that just did that and it was like oh my god so once I got home so like I took her inside and you know she was nervous because she wasn't around this area and I knew those people that had her earlier was really mean so like I think she was kind of scared and didn't know if she was allowed to or not because um, like like but I don't. But yeah, so like I know they did some mean things to her. But anyway, so like, and she just lay down on the floor, and just and like on the floor, like she just lay down on the floor, and yeah, so I was like trying to. So I went over to her and I started petting her, and then I'm like, I grabbed one of my blankets, and one of my new blankets I just kind of got, and I just put it on her, and I just fell asleep right next to her on the floor, on the floor. So yeah, like, and back then, I like if you don't know, I truly do not like people. I truly do not like people. Like back then, and like if you know me now, I don't really like people. Like I was worse. Like way back in. Like I didn't have any friends. I didn't talk to anybody. Like I truly hated people. Like it was bad. So like if you don't know me, like I would see someone and I try my best to avoid them. Like try best not to go outside, not to talk to people, just try to avoid them. If I wanted to talk to someone, I had to be like online something. I'm fine with that. If I had to actually see you, I'm like, hi, and I'm like trying to slowly go away. Or you have to be extremely special to if I stay right next to you. But I did not have like really anyone like that. So um, even like I knew my best friends now when I back then they were just friends in my opinion. I barely really spoke to them. I just kind of just because I really did not like people. But whenever she came in my life, I would bring her wherever I go because like so. And I would actually go and talk to my friends about her, and that's all I would do. Like she kind of introduced me to talking with people. I mean, like, cause and and she, she kind of so like I know, but I'm sorry. But yeah, so like she introduced me where I can like go and talk to people, and and then I kind of when once I talked to people, that's all I would talk about was about Maleah, and because I like she was my first dog, and I never had like and she was like the best. She is the best dog of all time, but like that's all I would talk about is how amazing she was, and like we would go outside a lot. I would walk her out. I would go and play fetch with her a lot. Like that was our favorite thing to do. Like we would go. Once I remember being in apartments, like because I was in apartments at the time. So we would go to the tennis court, and we would just go out there. And I would just throw the ball, and she would go and get it for hours. Like we would be out there for a long time, um oh, I remember those days. It was and like and then like once we're inside, like she would always be right next to me and like cuddle with me, and she was so calm whenever she needed. Like she was so calm. Like she never really um she was extremely calm. She wasn't really ever hyper, which so like and but like if you took her outside, yeah, she would be hyper and play. But when she's inside, she knew better, and she would just not. Or unless if I grab a toy and I'm like, let's play. But other than that, she was really really good at that. And yeah, and what else is once I moved in the house, like it was, she had so much fun just running out, and we played fetch more and stuff, and that was um yeah, it's really hard to explain what I really did because I know it's like repetitive of cuddling and sleeping kind of thing, but it was just like the difference is I just loved those so much, and it was just so much fun, and it's really hard to explain all of this, but I truly loved her and stuff. But then like when she was two, oh, this was painful to hear because like she had like the spot on her leg, so I had to take her to the vet, and they removed it, and it turned out it was cancer. It was cancer. She had a cancer spot, and that was not good. So I really took like I made sure that so that was like, oh, that was gut punching. I was like, did not, no, no. Like, so I took really careful. I always got her the best dog food and gave her water a lot. And whenever she was tired of like for playing fetch, I would let her stop. But like um yeah, it was yeah, that was not really good to hear though, is that she had cancer when she has two. That's extreme. If you don't know, that's extremely early for a dog to have cancer. So usually means that they don't have that much longer to live. Um, but I made sure that she lived longer. Like I gave her the best food and water, and you know, I, she was healthy. Like she was extremely healthy. So but sadly, I got worse. Like almost every 2 years, we had a surgery and had to remove the spot, and that was not really good. And but I'm trying to think if there anything else I should say is she. But yeah, it. All right. Is there anything else I should say? Like, but yeah, I loved her so much, and if you don't know, she's honestly the best thing that ever happened to me, and she always will be. And okay, alright, so, let's think. I'm trying to think of something like, so, in, 2016? Yeah, it was 16 that she became, 7 years old, and, um, She had another surgery, and that was not really good. But now this is the part where like she has so many surgeries on her leg that we couldn't really play fetch that much anymore, which kind of sucked. But we um we still play fetch if she wanted to or not. But what I was gonna say is that not to, but the problem's that in that year we had to move to an apartment late 2016, so which really sucked. I'm not in an apartment now, but like um in 2017, uh this is gonna be painful to say this, but I like I said, I was taking really good care of her. I was feeding her really good food and water and making sure she was healthy. And this is and once I move in that apartment, I'm gonna say this right now. I've been like I was training myself because she was 7 years old, and like I was training myself because I knew that something was gonna happen. Like I had this feeling that something gut punching, something miserable was gonna about happen, and I believe it was like May 25th, like no, yeah, like May 24th, like in 2017. Like she was doing well, but then she couldn't hold her pee, and that was really bad. And we're like, oh no, so I had to go and take her to the vet, and they said that she had cancer there, and they can't remove it. So we had to, so I have to take really care of her, and so, but that was and so just saying, I'm gonna cry a lot in this video. So they were like explaining to me that I need to really take care of her, let her out a lot, and she can't hold it, but and she probably does not have that much longer to live, and so I'm like, no, she's she was 8 years old, and if in that's year if in that September of 2017 she was gonna be 9. But they said that most people would not have done that well, saying that most people, if she had cancer at 2, mm, people she would have probably died around 4 or 5. But I took so care of her that um that she lived way longer. So that was good to hear. And after hearing that, they let her back in, and the first thing she did was she wagged her tail and she ran into me. So that was like, oh, that was so awful to hear that. So, and this is and of course I'm in the apartment now. So like I would like I was always right next to her. So I had to get a lot of pee pads, and whenever she was inside, and I got some diapers for her. But we would be outside, and I would have the fan on because it was so hot out. But like I would bring the fan out, and I would bring a chair, so like she would lay on the grass, and I would just be right next to her, and like I was, oh, and like so and then once we had to sleep, like I would she would sleep. I moved my bed into like her area, because like I had an area for her where there's a lot of pee pads, and then there was like my bed on the floor, so she can sleep on it. And just saying, I had to wash my covers every time and take a shower immediately because I would be covered in pee. But I still slept with her, and and so and it was getting worse, but she kept fighting for me, like she kept fighting for me, and she was doing very well. I was telling like a lot of people I know, like explaining, and like so it was and I was afraid and of losing her because she meant everything to me. So and it was going okay. Like she kept fighting, and I kept giving her medicine and kept taking her out, and she was like, she had to look like she was a little in pain, but she kept fighting and she kept wagging her tail for me, and and then on the sec and then the second, so that was like when I heard the news of in May 25th, I believe that's the third worst day. The second worst day was July 3rd, 2017. Well, she seemed okay. Like I woke up and it was really in the morning, and I went to go and get like, I remember going to the store, and then I came back and she was still like laying in the kennel, like, cause like remember the whole area, she had a kennel and the pee pads, and then I would put my bed in there. But like um so but like every time, but she was in the kennel, and she was just like laying there, so I went to pet her, and she looked up and she wagged her tail for me still, but she she sounded so much in pain. She couldn't get up, and she was in so much pain. Like, she only wagged her tail if I was there, and I'm like, oh my god. So I called everyone I knew. I'm like, and, and so I had some friends and a family, friends, so, came over, and they're like, she's not doing too good, and which again, she lived longer after the cancer part of, because she kept fighting for me, and but it looks like she just couldn't do it anymore, and so I was like, I remember sleeping in the kennel that night with her, and because cause that, I knew that was gonna be the last time I was gonna sleep with her. I love her so much, and so the next day, like, we took her to the vet, and but she would still be fine, like, and she didn't know what was going on, so like, but what she didn't, um, and she, like, and she would sit right next to me, but she sat right next to me, and she would look at me, and she wagged my tail, and wag her tail, and like, try to cheer me up, because she knew I was upset. So, like, the doctor came, and I kind of took her, and me and my friends, we went to like this room, and then I was just like talking all my best moments with her, and then the doctor comes in, and Maleah saw me, and she wagged her tail, and she ran to me. And so she was wagging her tail so hard, and to see me, and she was like kind of saying hi to everyone else, but mainly right next to me, and then I was holding her, and I was telling her it's gonna be okay, and then the doctor gave her medicine, and that was it. And if you did not know, it's 4th of July. Before that day was my favorite holiday, and it still is, but she died on my favorite holiday. In my arms, wagging her tail. She was in so much pain, but she kept finding it for me. Everyone I know, like Maleah, like, when she met a stranger, she did not like them. Definitely felt near me, but after a while, she would start liking them. And this person that had like 20 dogs, like, they said that they have never seen um a bond so like, she never seen this like so strong, and like, like so, and she never seen like she said that Maleah was the coolest dog she ever known, and she had like 20, and she never seen a bond between a person and a dog so like strong. So after that, like, and so, but yeah, that's and so like I remember like going out right after that to one of my favorite restaurants, and like they said they would buy it, and but like um they got, and usually I would get a lot of Dr. Pepper. They knew I was, and I'm a huge Dr. Pepper fan. They knew I was not okay because I only had 2 sips that whole time. So, but like after that, it was 4th of July, so I went to the fireworks. But this is how I know she's okay. Is that I was there, and and it was fireworks popped up, and I almost every single one of them were green and pink. Because green's my favorite color, and Malia's middle name is Pink. So, and I would just say that's her favorite color, but. And so. And that was kind of. And that's kind of how I knew she was okay. But I'm gonna be straight honest, like, I was depressed, and I was not okay. Like, I don't, and now I know I never mentioned Maleah this much in my videos and stuff, like from 2014 to 2019, but like I just wanted to tell you guys how amazing she was, and like I truly love her. Like, and I was like, I know I was depressed for at least 11 months, maybe more, but like she, remember I was talking about when I first met her, and she had that blanket, and she had a collar, and in fact, I still sleep with, like, right next to my pillow, I put her blanket, and then I put her collar down. I pretend she's still there. I still do it. Like, and I would go outside and sort of nights, and I remember staying out there for like a hour, just looking up in the skies and just looking at the stars in an angle and trying to see if Maleah was trying to send me signs, and I found it spell. I'm not crazy when I say this, but like I stood up there and I found an M, and then I found an A, then I found an Leah, and then underneath it was a huge heart. And you might say I'm crazy, but that I and then like other times I'll be walking out, and definitely when I have a really bad day or happy day, or it's never in the middle, but I'll just like it would be night, and I would swear I would see a pink star. Like, and then I'd be like, and I remember doing this with one of my friends, and I'm like, hey, do you see that? And they're like, yeah, it's Mars. And I'm like, do you see anything else? And they're like, no, what do you see? I'm like, nothing. So I'm like, I truly believe. So once someone you truly are connected to or love dies, and if that person is truly like depressed or heartbroken or miss her a lot or miss him or whatever, and they look out and they see signs that other people don't, I will believe them because I experience it, and I believe in heaven, I I believe that once I die, I will be able to see her again. Like, that's all I tell my friends. Like, if I have one thing out, like, so I don't want to know if someone figures out that heaven doesn't exist or you have other lives, because then if I figured that out, I would like just break. Like I would just break because then I will never see her again. So heaven's my only way. So and but yeah, Maleah, I love more than any other dog being in the universe. Like I love her more than anyone else, and probably will always. And if I only could pick one person or thing or whatever to see at heaven, it would be Maleah all the time. I would always choose her. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. She changed my life, and to be honest, I'm not 100% over my depression. I would probably say less than 20. Like I would still miss her, and I don't think that will ever be fixed though, because so like if you notice like in around like July of 2017, if you're one of those subscribers and you watch my videos, you can tell that I was not happy. I was just depressed. You can tell. Maybe I can tell because I know I was. Maybe you can't, but I watch those videos. I'm like, I'm so. But yeah, like I love her and I miss her. And is there anything else I should say about Malia? But like she meant everything to me. And if you comment down below saying anything negative about this video, I will remove it and maybe just block you off of this channel, because you know what, I don't want to hear it. And it's just, but I miss her a lot. So, but she was the best thing that ever happened to me. I know I couldn't really say that much of how we were so connected, but I guess you just have to be there to see it, and sadly you can't be there anymore to see it because one of us is dead. But like, I loved her so much, and I don't think I'll ever forget her. Like, I don't. She is like locked in my heart, and like I could have a brain tuesday or whatever that's called. You can forget a lot of things, but I bet you the last thing I'll forget would be Maleah, because that's how much I care about her. And so, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should say about her. I mean, but yeah, I remember. I still remember today of how when she came, like, I know this is not a video typical. I know this video is not happy or anything really on my channel and doesn't really involve my channel anyway, but I want to say it because I just wanted you guys that clicked on this video to know how amazing she was and how much she meant to me. And no one can ever replace her. Like, no one. But yeah, I still look in the stars. I still know signs of that she's okay. Because, like, for example, one of my favorite series, Stranger Things, is being released on July 4th. Like, I just see all these signs of her telling me I'm still here and I'm with you and it's okay. And So, and I and Maleah, I hope you're listening, and I'm hearing you, and I love you, and I will always miss you. And but uh, the one thing that I want to know what happened is when I die, I'll see her again.